Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Empowered Pause. I am your host, Rachel Chinoa J. Thank you for joining me tonight on this Empowered Pause session. Welcome. Before I get started on tonight's topic, I just want to again, as always, give you a little information about Speak Initiative, which is a nonprofit whose mission is to reduce the stigma around mental health and suicide in our communities. Speak actually stands for Suicide Prevention Through Empowerment, Action, and Kindness. And the Empowered Pause is just one of our programs under the empowerment philosophy. All right. Also, before we get started, Speak Initiative is looking for guests for the Empowered Pause. If you or someone you know has a story relating to your mental health challenges or your past suicidal ideations, in any ways that you found helpful in going forward, or you just want to share your journey, feel free to reach out to us directly. We are on all social media platforms, and you can drop a message in our Facebook Messenger as well as the DM on Instagram. All right. So, tonight's topic, I wanted to talk a little bit about being patient with yourself. And in a moment of transparency, this relates to me because I happen to be patient with everyone else except for myself. So I wanted to dive into patience just a little bit. I'm going to read some excerpts from an article and just see how we feel about actually being patient with yourself as opposed to being patient with others, right? So patience is defined as the ability to tolerate delays, troubles, or suffering without getting angry or upset. So it's the ability not to get upset with yourself or anyone else because of what life throws at you. So it actually says a lot about your personality. It's not an easy journey. However, anything worth having usually does not come easy. So what does it mean to be patient with yourself? Taking time to be gentle with yourself and understanding that your body and mind learn at different paces is the ultimate indication of patience. Unfortunately, we are the hardest on ourselves and we judge our actions harshly. We expect the very best from ourselves, and when that illusion of perfection is not achieved, we become impatient. But to love yourself is to be patient in all things you do. Therefore, self love is the equivalence of patience of oneself, or patience with oneself, right? So, what causes impatience? I know the short answer is life, period. Just life in general. Things happen every day, all day, and sometimes we get impatient with those things. Sometimes it can feel like we're under attack, and there's always a test just to see how we're going to react. But life is only a school for our higher selves to learn in this realm. We are constantly being graded by the universe. How we navigate those situations will greatly affect our journeys in this life. The hardship, the suffering, the delays, and those losses are all disguised as lessons we must learn in order to elevate ourselves. It is only when we miss those valuable hidden lessons that we become frustrated and start to lose our patience. So, how do you deal with impatience? Well, one of the short answers is to redirect your energy to something that you can control, right? I'm always saying control your controllables. I need to tell myself that more because I am so impatient with myself that it just bothers me at times. And so while I'm sharing this with you, I'm speaking to myself as usual because I have to learn to consistently practice patience, not just on a Tuesday when I feel like it, but to be kind to myself and patient with myself through all things, right? So, how do you teach yourself patience? Well, we learn best through experiences. And sometimes we actually have to think outside of the box. For example, make some tea or coffee and force yourself to sit and watch it as it cools enough for you to drink. Focusing only on your coffee or tea, getting to a comfortable drinking temperature not only teaches you patience by making you wait, but it also helps you to strengthen your ability to avoid distractions. It increases your awareness and gives you some personal time to mindfully listen to your thoughts. Working on your patience will greatly enhance other areas of your life. The journey to your full potential works in cohesiveness. When one part is being developed, other areas benefit greatly as well. So, this article basically gives us 5 ways to improve and master your patience. I'm going to give these to you as I internalize them myself because of obviously we all need help sometimes, right? So the first one is to teach yourself to wait by creating many obstacles throughout the day. Well, I don't like obstacles. Actually, there are natural obstacles throughout the day. And those going through those small obstacles will um, teach you, if anything, to be okay with doing absolutely nothing. So you can start small, set a timer for about 3 to 5 minutes, and do absolutely nothing. Don't read anything around you. Don't look at your phone or the TV or your laptop, your tablet, anything like that. Just sit and breathe. And when the timer goes off, then you'll be free to actually move around. Listen to and learn your triggers. That's number 2. Write down the things that make you lose your patience. Sometimes it's hard to pinpoint exactly why we get impatient. So when you feel yourself getting impatient with certain task or a person, write down the reason why your impatience was triggered. This will help you to adjust your tactics the next time you're in a similar situation. If possible, walk away from the situation that's making you impatient. If you're able to, analyze your surroundings and ask, is this beneficial to me? If you're in a situation where everything seems to grind your gears, it is best to just leave. Sometimes the best way to fully understand something is to walk away from it. Give yourself that option. Number 4 is to breathe deeply. This is my favorite because breathing deeply, we know it automatically resets the adrenaline in your brain. So breathing deeply does amazing things for the body and mind. It slows down your heart rate and allows you to think. When you notice your breath getting shorter and you feel the anger rising from the bottom of your chest, take a few slow, deep breaths and allow the fresh air to wash over your insides. With a calm mind, there is no room for impatience, right? So breathing, and I like to try to practice mindful breathing. Um, Breathing is something that we do so naturally that we should take advantage of the benefits of it, of truly breathing, not the short tempered breaths that we take during the day. However, to sit and truly take a deep breath to cleanse that energy that's inside of you. And then the last tip is to be gentle with yourself. You don't you didn't learn to walk in a day or on your first attempt. So things take time. Forgive yourself when you do get to the point of losing your temper. Remind yourself to never allow anything to negatively affect you. No matter the circumstances in your life, it will always work out better than you can imagine. So be gentle with yourself. That's something I actually have to learn as well, right? When we get into these modes of instant gratification and we need things done today, yesterday, 2 hours ago, and we have these goals that we are setting for ourselves, sometimes I get misaligned and tend to go off the deep end with myself because I lack patience with myself. I know I am not a superhero. We are not superheroes in this world except for our innate ability to change our mind, to make choices, to speak our hearts and speak our thoughts. However, we have to be kind and gentle with yourself. So I say all of this to say patience with yourself is extremely important. Don't lose your temper with you. It can actually go be more serious than you losing your temper with someone else. Treat yourself with kindness, give yourself grace, be patient. And that's the message for today, how to be patient and find your calm within yourself. So again, thank you for joining me for this short brief word about just how to be patient with you, and going forward, some different ways of practicing patience with yourself. Again, the Empowered Pause is looking for guests who'd like to be interviewed online on the show. So if you do, or you or someone else may have a story that you'd like to share, feel free to reach out to us, and we will definitely be getting back to you shortly. Until next time, take care.